Yo, I got an Instagram inbox message from one of my favorite producers, but it was not the message I expected. Or was it? If you've noticed, one of my videos has been removed from the content list. But let me tell you a bit about my channel. See, this channel is all about music education. We talk about beat making. We talk about beat making concepts. We talk about the history of music. We talk about how to use gear. We talk about mixing. We talk about so much more. Even we talk about current events. My last video, the one in question, had almost 400 views and it was only out there for 3 days and it was growing. This video was about me teaching beginner concepts to producers on how to make beats. At the same time, I was paying homage to an amazing producer. This producer has crafted hits for my favorite artists from my favorite albums. This artist came in my inbox and requested that I take the video down. And since it was requested, I respected their wishes. I took the video down. Crazy thing is, working towards monetization, you're trying to get things to pop, you're trying to get things to grow, you're trying to build your channel, you're trying to build a community, and things like this kind of slow your momentum down. But I said, I'm not going to let it do it. So you know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about the video, Let's Make Beats Like Bink. Like I told you, I took the video down. He asked me to. More like he told me to, and I respected his wishes. But let's give Bink some props. If you know him, you know he's creative, he's innovative, he's a great music producer. He's made beats for Jay-Z, for Rick Ross, for Mr. Cheeks, for Kanye West, for R&B artists. Go check out his discography. It has a long list. This list spans from the 90s till now. I can't even name all the artists that he worked with. He has produced a lot of R&B and hip-hop records. If you followed him long enough, you know that he produced for Rockefeller Records. Also, he was under the tutelage of the amazing Teddy Riley. As I said earlier, he has an extensive catalog that spans from the 90s until now. So imagine, I never thought making a beat making video to teach and inspire beginner producers how to make beats similar to Bink would make him angry. Or did I? I had to have known that this was going to happen, right? Who knows? We're not going to get all into the specifics of what was said and all that stuff. That stuff is going to remain private. Nobody needs to know the details of the message. I'm just giving you a little synopsis of why the video's down. Going forward, my channel will not make any videos that teach how to make beats like Bink. He considers it biting, and it's against his principles. I do not condone biting. I do condone learning. And in most cases, to learn, if you don't have a formal teacher, you're going to take somebody else's style, you're going to learn from it, and then you're going to make it your own. I do have to say that imitation is the greatest show of flattery, but that depends on the individual. If you follow him on social media, you'll notice that he hates when people sound like him. He has a huge gripe with Just Blaze because he feels like too many of Just Blaze's songs sounds like his style. He feels like Just Blaze bit off his style. But what I do have to say is this. Did you recently hear when Timbaland was being interviewed and he went to Prince and he said, so many people keep biting my style? And Prince shrugged his shoulders and said, why don't you create a new style? You recall when Math Hoffa was interviewing Bink and he asked him, why can't you just create a new style? One thing about becoming an artist is that most people mimic their favorite artists, especially in the beginning stages. They keep along this process of creativity until they start to morph into their own artist and build their own artistry. Let's take Kendrick Lamar, for example. If you listen to his early work, his very early work, his demos, he kind of sounded like Jay-Z. Then, after, developing and making songs and developing in his own style, he began to sound like himself, like the artist that we hear today. Eminem has even stated that he used to rap like Nas and AZ. And Dr. Dre came along and said, nope. We're not going to do that. R. Kelly sounded just like Guy, which means his production and everything sounded like Teddy Riley. I'm pretty sure he never got the tutelage under Teddy Riley. But eventually, he morphed into his own style. In this life, people are going to take bits and pieces from artists, but over time, they should develop into their own artist with their own sound and their own style. Once again, I would never condone biting. Be original. But there's a path or a process to originality. Don't let nobody fool you. Somebody sounded like somebody before they developed their own style. You want to know the crazy thing? I bought the Shoop kit from Lander. That was a Lander pack. That's a Bink kit from Lander. Man, that video was growing. But anyway, this content is to help beginner producers make better music. Besides, most people are trying to hoard their gift, their style, their sound, and it just don't work that way. Think about Jazzy Jeff when he said, you should leave this world empty. Everything that you create, you should give away or try to get rid of it so that you can open the door for more. You don't want to leave this world and you have so much inside of you that never materialized. Dr. Miles Monroe, a famous evangelist, businessman, and preacher said, the richest place in the world is the graveyard. You know why? Because it's filled with so many unfulfilled dreams and unfulfilled desires. So to all my new producers out there, don't bury your gifts or else God will collect them. I'm a teacher, and one thing I know, the more you show and share, the more you grow, the more you develop, and the more you advance. Also, be sure to check out my other sample packs on Gumroad, join the waiting list for my MPC Live 2 beginner course, and don't forget to subscribe, watch my videos, share, join this community. Come on, let's build this community. All right, everybody. Thank you. You have a great one. Peace.